Sairam class, how are you all? I hope that you all are very fine. So class, as we had completed chapter 10 in our textbook as well as in our workbook. Now today we will start chapter 11 tables and shares in our textbook. So let's start the chapter. In starting of this chapter, we have a little story about Shama's garden. Now, Shama has planted sunflower, rose, and marigold plants in her garden. She has planted them in three flower beds. You can see here first, second, and three flower. Okay, flower bed. Now, she says, see how I planted 18 flowers in each flower bed. So you can see here in first flower bed there is only one row. That means there is total 18 flowers in a single row. Whereas for rose garden she has planted them in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows, and in each row there is 1, 2 and 3 roses. That means total 18 roses are there. Okay, so you can see how easily we can find the total number of roses by just calculating the number of rows and number of number of roses in each row. Now let's see the third one. In the third flower bed there is only 2 rows. Okay, and in each row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 flower. That means 9 into 2, which is equals to 18. That means there is total 18 flowers in the third flower bed also. Now each flower bed has a different arrangement. So yes, we can see that in first flower bed there is only one row. Okay, and there is total 18 rows, 18 flowers in the single row. Whereas in second flower bed there we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 row, but each row has 3 flowers. And in the third flower bed there is total 2 row, and in each row we have 9 flowers. Now see how the roses are planted. So you can see there is total 6, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 rows, and in each row we have 1, 2 and 3 flowers. So that means the arrangement for roses is 6 into 3, which is equals to 18. So there are total 6 rows and there are total 3 plants in each rows. Now what are the ways in which the sunflower and marigold are planted? So we can see that, let's see the solution. We can see that there are total 1 row for sunflower, and in that one row there is total 18 flowers, 18 plants of sunflower. Okay, that means there is total one row and 18 plant in that row. Whereas in case of marigold there is total 2 rows and we have 9 plants in each row. That means 2 row and 9 plant in each row. So you can understand it very clear. Now let's see, you too can make your own garden. So draw a garden showing flower bed for 48 plants, and each row should have the same number of plants. So let's try to make flower bed for 48 plants. So we have lots of arrangement. See, we can make flower bed for 48 plants if we take total 2 rows. So that means each row will have 24 plants. So total we will have 48 plants. But if we want to make 3 rows, okay, but if we want to make 3 rows, then what will be the total number of plants in each row is 16. When we make 3 rows and there will be 16 plants in each row, so there will be total 48 plants. Okay. Now, what if we want to make total number of rows equals to 4? So when we want to make total number of rows 4, then there will be total 12 plants in each row. So that means we will have a flower bed of 48 plants. Okay. Now, what if we want to make total 6 rows? Then there will be total 8 plants in each row and we will have a flower bed of 48 plants. So you can easily see how we can make the kinds of flower bed for a particular number of plants. Okay, let's move on to the next activity. Now here we have jars in the shelf. Now Bhima made a shelf for 30 jars and this is a long shelf. So you can see here we have long shelf with 2 rows, 1 and 2. Now each row has the same number of jars. Now the question is, can you think of other way to make a shelf to keep 30 jars? So yes, as we can make 5 types of flower bed for 48 plants, so we can easily make numbers of arrangement for 30 jars also. So the first activity to draw a shelf, show how many jars you will keep in each row and how many rows are there. We also have to mention it. Okay, now let's see what will be our solution or arrangement for 30 jars. So you can see here for 30 jars, the first arrangement is when we make 3 number of rows and in each row there will be 10 jars. So it will be equal to 30 jar. But if we want to make total number of rows equals to 5, then there will be 6 jar in each row. Then there will be total number of jar equals to 30 jars. And also we can reverse it, means if we want to make total number of rows equals to 6, then there will be total number of jar in each row equals to 5, and when we want to make total number of rows equals to 10, then the total number of jar in each row will be equals to 3. So it is just a case of simple multiplication. Okay class, now two children, Bunty and Guddu, are talking about easy tricks. Now, Bunty says, I do not know the multiplication table of 7. So, Guddu says, I know the table till 5. Then, there is a easy trick. I can make the table of 7 with the help of table of 2 and 5. See, 2 and 5, when we added them equals to 7. Okay, so that means there will be a trick when we use table of 2 and 5 to make table of 7. So let's see what is that trick. So you can see here we have table of 2 and table of 5, and with the help of table of 2 and 5 we can easily make table of 7. How? See, 2 multiplication with 1 gives 2, 5 multiplication with 1 gives 5, and we add 2 and 5, we will have 7, which is equals to 7 multiplication with 1. Similarly, 2 multiplication with 2 gives 4. 2 means 5 multiplication with 2 gives 10. And we add them, we will have 14, which is equals to 7 multiplied by 2. Okay, so you can easily see the whole table of 7 can easily make with the addition of table of 2 and table of 5. You can see here in case of 3 also, 6 plus 15 gives 21, 8 plus 20 gives 28, 10 plus 25 gives 35, similarly so on till 2 into 10, 5 into 10 gives 7 into 10, which is equals to 70. So this is the simplest and very easy trick to make a table. So let's have an activity based on this. Now help Bunty to make the table of 7 with the use of table of 4 and 3. So see, 4 plus 3 also gives 7. That means we can make table of 7 with the help of table of 4 and 3 also. So let's help Bunty. So there is our solution. First we have to complete the table of 4, which is 3 into 4 equals to 12, 4 4 is 16, 4 into 5 20, 4 into 6 24, 4 into 7 28, 4 into 8 32, 4 into 9 36, 4 into 10 40. Right? This is the table for 4. Now we have to complete the table of 3 also. 3 into 3 9, 3 into 4 12, 3 into 5 15, 3 into 6 18, 3 into 7 21. Repeat after me, okay? 3 into 8 24, 3 into 9 27, 3 into 10 30. Okay, so this is the table for 4 and 3. Now we can easily make the table of 7 by the addition of table 4 and 3. So you can see here that when we added 4 with 3, we will have 7. When we add 6 and 8, we will have 14. When we add 12 and 9, we will have 21. Addition of 6 and 12 gives 28. Addition of 20 and 15 gives 35. Addition of 24 and 18 gives 42. Addition of 28 and 21 gives 49. And addition of 32 and 24 gives 56. Similarly, addition of 36 and 27 gives 63, and at the end addition of 40 and 30 gives 70. So you can easily see how we can easily make a table with the help of two tables. But the case is the addition of those tables means those numbers should be the particular number means 4 and 3 when added we will have 7. Okay, now we have an activity that we have to make a table of 12. Okay, so let's do the activity. Now see, for the table of 12 we can use 10 and 2 because their addition gives 12. Similarly, we can use 9 and 3 because their addition also gives 12. And we can also use 8 and 4 because their addition also gives 12, and we can also use 7 and 5 because their addition also gives 12. So let's take 10 and 12 here to do our activity. So first what we have to do, we have to write the table of 10, then we have to write table of 2. So this is our table of 10. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, similarly till 10 into 10, which is equals to 100. Now we will have table of 2, which is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 and 20. Now to make table of 12 with the help of 10 and 2, we have to add them. So when we add 2 and 10, we will have 12. When we add 20 and 4, we will have 24. When we add 30 and 6, we will have 36. When we add 40 and 8, we will have 48. Similarly, we have to add till multiplication of 10. So at then when we added 120, we will have 120. So you can easily check that when we add the table of 10 and 2, we will have the table of 12. Okay. Similarly, you can do with the help of these pairs also. We can also make table of 3 with the help of these pairs. So you have to try these pairs by your own. So this is your today's activity. Okay class. Now let's move on to the next activity. How many cats? Now some of Gayatri's cats were playing in a box. When she tries to count, all she could see their legs only. So she counted 28 legs total. So we have to answer how many cats are there in the box. So see, we all know that one cat have 4 legs, right? So if there is total 28 lakhs, so that means the number of cat will be 28 divided by 4. So let's help her with the calculation. 8 lakhs means 2 cats, right? 4 plus 4 means 8, which means 2 cats. Now 12 lakhs means, so we all know that 4 plus 4 plus 4 gives 12. That means 12 lakhs means 1, 2 and 3 cats. Okay, so that means the answer is 3. Let's help her with the further calculation. Now how many legs, and we have to answer how many cats. If the number of leg is 4, number of legs is 4, so number of cat is 1. Number of leg is 2, that means the number of cats is 2. Sorry, 8 for 2. Number of legs 12 means number of cat 3. Similarly, in the number of legs we have the table of 4 and here we have the table of 1. For the number of legs 24, the number of cat equals to 24 divided by 4, which is equals to 6. Similarly, for the number of legs equals to 32, number of cats equals to 32 divided by 4, which is equals to 8. Okay class, so that means this is the simple table of 4 in case of number of legs of cat, because we all know that one cat have 4 legs. Now the question is, so 28 lakhs means, so 28 divided by 4, which means the number of cat equals to 7. Now we have two questions related to same kind of problem. Now Billu has kept his chickens in a box. Now the very first thing you have to keep in your mind is one chick have only 2 legs. Sorry, only 2 legs. Okay, so we have to keep in mind that this is a case of table of 2. Okay, now the further question is, he counted total 28 legs. So how many chickens are there? Okay, total number of legs is 28, and we all know that one chick have 2 legs. So we have to divide 28 with 2. That means total number of chickens are 14. Okay. So we can see here. Yes. One chicken have 2 legs. That means there are total 14 chickens. Now the next question is, Leela has not gone to school for 28 days. For how many weeks was she away from school? Now first, we have to keep in mind that how many days are there in one week. So we all know that there are 17 days in a week. Now we have to convert 28 days in week. So we have to divide 21 days in week. So we have to divide 21 with 7. Okay. So that means for total 3 weeks, she is away from the school. So the answer is 3 weeks. Okay. So that means you just have to understand that from which number you have to divide the given number. As in case of first question, we have to divide 28 with 2, and in case of second question, we have to divide 21 with 7. Okay. Now let's move on to the next activity. Here, jumping animals. Do you remember the jumping animals in class 3? A frog jumps 3 steps at a time, starting from 0. Okay, then count the jumps he takes to reach 27. Now see, we all know that it uses 3 steps in a one jump, means a frog jumps 3 steps at a time. So we have to answer how many jumps he takes to reach 27. That means we have to divide 27 with 3. So our answer is 9 jumps. Okay. Similarly, He has taken dash jumps if he is at 36. So we have to answer. So for 36, a frog will jump how many times? We have to divide 36 with 3. That means the answer is 12 jumps. Next is, if he is at 42, then he has taken how many jumps? So similarly, we have to divide 42 with 3. So the answer is 14. Okay. Now the case is for rabbit. Starting from 0, a rabbit jumps 5 steps at a time. So in how many jumps does he reach 25? So to reach 25, if a rabbit jumps 5 steps at a time, so it will take how many jumps? 5 jumps. When we divided 25 with 5, we will have 5 jumps to reach 25 step. Next is, he reaches dash after taking 8 jumps. See how many jumps? 8. And in one jump, a rabbit jumps 5 steps. He that means the rabbit reaches 40 after taking 8 jumps. Okay, you have to understand where you have to divide and where you have to multiply. To find the number of jumps, you have to divide, and to find in which place rabbit or frog will reach, then you have to multiply. Okay, now he needs dash jumps. Now here we have to answer the number of jumps. So here we have to divide 55 with 5. So our answer is 11. Okay, so you can see here, this is your solution. Okay class, you can see here. To find out the jump, we have to divide. We have to divide to find out the jump. But when we have to answer in which place that animal reaches, then we have to multiply. Okay. Now the last activity for today is, we have practice time. Here we have given few sum, we have to solve them. They are simple division. Okay, so let's start doing division. So the first is 28 divided by 2. So first we will take only one place digit. So we all know that 2 into 1 will give us 2. So when we subtract 2 with 2, we will have nothing. Now we will take the next digit, and it is our 8. Now we all know that 2 into 4 is 8. Now when we subtract 8 with 8, we will have nothing in remainder. So our answer is 14. Next is 56 divided by 7. So we all know 7's table, that 7 into 8 is equals to 56. So we can directly do it. 7 into 8 equals to 56, and when we subtract 56 with 56, we will have nothing in remainder. So our answer is 8. Okay. Next is 48 divided by 4. So we all know that 4 into 1 is 4. So we will take only one digit first. When we subtract 4 with 4, we will have nothing in remainder. Then we will take another digit, which is 8. So 4 into 2 is our 8, and we will have nothing in remainder. So our answer is 12. Next is 66 divided by 6. So we can easily do it by 6 multiplying with 1 gives 6. In the next step also, 6 into 1 gives 6. So our answer is 11. And the last two is 96 divided by 8. So see, first we take only one digit, so which is our 9. So we can do 9 in 8 into 1 gives 8. Okay. Now when we subtract 9 and 8, means when we subtract 8 from 9, we will have 1. Now we can take our next digit, and it will become 16. Okay. Now we all know that 8 into 2 equals to 16, and we will have nothing in remainder. So our answer is 12. Next is 6 we have to divide 110 from 10. Now, we could not take only one digit at a time because our divisor is two-digit number. So we have to take more than two digits. So first we will take only two digit, which becomes 11. So we can write 10 into 1 equals to 10. When we minus 10 from 11, we will have 1 in our remainder. Now we will take our last digit, which is our 0. So it will become 10. Okay, it will become 10. Now we all know that 10 into 1 equals to 10, and our answer is 11. Okay, so class, this is it for today. We had learned today most of our question is based on multiplication and division. So that means tables are very important. So you all have to learn tables, and I hope most of you have already learned table till at least till 12. Okay, so keep practice these division in your home. We will do further question of this chapter in our next class. Till then, thank you.